Have you ever wondered why even the most successful entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs made mistakes? Can these mistakes actually teach us something valuable? In this video, we're going to explore the top 7 mistakes made by Steve Jobs that offer crucial lessons for new entrepreneurs. Mistake 1. Choosing the wrong business partner. Have you ever teamed up with someone who didn't share your vision? Steve Jobs did just that when he brought John Sculley on board as CEO of Apple. At first, Jobs thought Sculley, who had a strong background in marketing at Pepsi, would help Apple grow. Jobs convinced him to join Apple with a famous pitch, asking if Sculley wanted to sell sugared water all his life or come with him and change the world. However, this partnership turned out to be a huge mistake. Within 2 years, their differences in vision for Apple led to a power struggle. Sculley didn't see eye to eye with Jobs on many decisions, and eventually, he even played a key role in getting Jobs fired from his own company. This experience teaches us a crucial lesson. Choosing the right business partner is vital. It's not just about their skills or background, but also about how well their vision aligns with yours. When partners are not on the same page, it can lead to serious conflicts that might jeopardize the business. Mistake 2. Wrong focus for the business. What happens when a business focuses on the wrong product? Steve Jobs faced this issue with Pixar. Initially, when Jobs bought the graphics division from George Lucas for $10 million, he thought Pixar would become a major hardware company. Jobs didn't see the potential for animated movies. He was more interested in the technology behind the animations. However, this focus didn't lead to success in the way Jobs had anticipated. It took the vision and persistence of other leaders at Pixar, like John Lasseter and Ed Catmull, who believed in the power of animated films. They eventually convinced Jobs to support their dreams of making a full-length animated movie. This pivot turned Pixar into a groundbreaking animation studio, leading to massive successes like Toy Story. From this, new entrepreneurs can learn the importance of flexibility in business. It's crucial to be open to shifting your focus if your initial idea isn't working out. Sometimes, the most profitable and innovative ideas come from unexpected places, and being adaptable can lead to significant breakthroughs. Mistake 3. Not understanding your customers. Have you ever created something amazing but struggled to find people who need it? Steve Jobs experienced this with his company, Next. After leaving Apple, Jobs started Next, aiming to create high-end computers. The products were innovative, sleek, and ahead of their time. However, there was one big problem. Jobs wasn't clear about who would actually buy these computers. He struggled to identify his target market. Were they for students, businesses, or tech enthusiasts? This confusion led to poor sales because customers didn't feel the product was meant for them. Jobs tried to market Next computers as advanced tools for education, but the high price made them inaccessible for most schools. Businesses also found the computers too expensive for what they offered. Despite all the effort and money poured into the company, Next couldn't find its place in the market. The lesson here is simple yet powerful. Understanding your customers is key to success. Before launching any product or service, entrepreneurs need to ask, who needs this? And what problems will it solve for them? Clear answers to these questions can help you build products that truly meet the needs of your audience. Knowing your customers allows you to connect with them effectively and create solutions that add real value to their lives. This can make all the difference between success and failure. Mistake 4. Launching failed products. Have you ever worked hard on something only to see it fail? Steve Jobs experienced this many times at Apple. Some of the products he launched, like the Apple Lisa, Macintosh TV, and the Power Mac G4 Cube, didn't succeed as he had hoped. These products were innovative in their own ways, but they either came out at the wrong time, were too expensive, or didn't solve the right problems for customers. For example, the Apple Lisa was one of the first personal computers with a graphical user interface, but it was too expensive and slow, which made it unpopular. Similarly, the Macintosh TV was a combination of a computer and a TV, but it didn't appeal to customers because it was limited in functionality. Despite these failures, Jobs didn't give up. He learned from each mistake and used those lessons to improve future products. The key takeaway for entrepreneurs is that failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone to success. Not every idea will work, but every failed attempt teaches valuable lessons. The important thing is to keep innovating and refining your ideas. As Jobs showed, even if you have many small failures, one big success can overshadow them all. His later products, like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad, changed the world. So don't fear failure. Embrace it as part of the learning process. Mistake 5. Not seeing the value of what you have. Have you ever felt like giving up on something because it wasn't working out? Steve Jobs faced this with Pixar. After buying the company for $10 million, Jobs struggled to make it profitable. At first, he saw Pixar as a hardware company, but the hardware wasn't selling well. Frustrated, he tried to sell Pixar multiple times to companies like Microsoft and Oracle, hoping to recover his investment. However, no one was interested. Thankfully, Jobs didn't give up completely. Instead, he allowed the creative team at Pixar to focus on making animated films. This decision changed everything. Their first full-length movie, Toy Story, became a massive hit, and Pixar went on to produce many more successful films. Eventually, Jobs sold Pixar to Disney for $7.4 billion, making it one of his most profitable ventures. The lesson here is clear: don't underestimate the value of what you have. Sometimes, success takes time, and the potential of an idea isn't immediately obvious. Entrepreneurs should be patient and willing to explore new directions before giving up. By recognizing hidden opportunities and staying committed, you can turn something struggling into something truly extraordinary. Mistake 6. Being too controlling. Have you ever tried to control everything, only to realize it caused more problems? Steve Jobs made this mistake during his early years at Apple. He treated the company like his personal project, wanting everything to go exactly the way he wanted. Jobs focused only on the ideas and products he cared about, often ignoring other important suggestions from his team. To make things worse, Jobs created a divide within Apple. He encouraged his team working on the Macintosh to see themselves as rebels, even flying a skull and crossbones flag over their building. This attitude caused tension within the company and made it hard for teams to work together. Jobs also hired John Sculley as CEO, expecting him to follow his lead. But their conflicting visions led to a major power struggle. Eventually, Jobs was forced to leave Apple, the company he had founded. The lesson here is to avoid being too controlling. Successful businesses require teamwork and collaboration. Listening to others and being open to new ideas can make a big difference. As Jobs learned later in his career, trusting your team and allowing them to contribute can lead to far greater success than trying to do everything yourself. Mistake 7. Being afraid to fail. Have you ever held back on trying something new because you were scared of failing? Even someone as successful as Steve Jobs struggled with this fear. In his early years, Jobs wanted everything to be perfect. He believed that failure was a sign of weakness, which made him hesitant to take certain risks or admit mistakes. However, as Jobs grew as an entrepreneur, he realized that failure is not the enemy. In fact, some of his biggest lessons came from projects that didn't succeed, like the Apple Lisa or the Next computer. Instead of letting these failures stop him, Jobs used them as opportunities to learn and improve. This shift in mindset helped him create groundbreaking products later, like the iPod and iPhone. The lesson for new entrepreneurs is simple: don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Mistakes are a natural part of growth, and they teach you what works and what doesn't. Take small risks, learn from the outcomes, and keep moving forward. Remember, every great success story includes moments of failure. What matters most is how you use those moments to grow and achieve your goals. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more inspiring content.